Our first one here down on the far right, in the middle, is Simon Kessler, who owns Gourmet Cycling and Travel. So Simon, love to introduce you, 15-time national champion from South Africa, owns Gourmet Cycling and Travel, and also Simon Says Cycling. So guys, whatever Simon says you do, so whip out your pens and paper. He's going to share not only his story, but what he's found in this business, and from a product standpoint as well. You guys heard a little bit about my story, and we're going to jump right into feeling better, looking better, and living better through Nrf2 activation. So, Simon, are you on the line?
I am. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. And looking at those photos that you took from me there, it's funny because I think Gary Stern is the one who took those, and that's the kind of business that this is. You do it with your dear friends. Gary's, the top leader in my organization. I know he's your personal enroller, and it's pretty fun how, this business, you get to share your life with some amazing people as you build this business. But a little bit story again about how I got involved. About 5 years ago, Brandon Cunningham, who some of you know, he's a Master Pro 10, highest level with our company. He's also a cyclist. And he came to a coaching clinic that I was teaching, and he piqued my interest on Pro Tandem. He didn't say anything about the business, but he did pique my interest about how this could help with my recovery. At the time, I'm a cycling coach. I'm thinking, I'm always looking for something that's going to help my athletes, but I always want to try it first. I want to see if I believe in it. So he actually gave me 2 bottles to try. And he did, at the time, he didn't say anything about a business, but he did show me some of the studies. He showed me some articles from Triathlete magazine talking about free radical damage. He really piqued my interest of what this could do. Remember, he tailored the message to me, what I was interested in. So I took the product, and I remember about 2-3 weeks in, this is Pro Tandem we're talking about, I remember sleeping deeper, feeling more rested. And about 5 or 6 weeks in, I was taking 2 at the time, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening of Pro Tandem, training very hard, 5 days in a row. And I remember every day, like the 3rd day, I felt a little better than the 2nd day. The 4th day, I felt a little better than the 3rd day. And by the 5th day, I was like, normally I feel a lot more fatigued when I train this hard, and this is not normal. And I went out and I tested my power. In cycling, we have something called a power meter we put on our bike, and it tells you your average power output that you're producing to the pedals. And the standard test is between, say, 15 to 20 minutes. So I did that. And the thing was, I thought I would probably stop within a minute or 2 because I was thinking surely my legs must be super fatigued from all the training that I've done. But no, they weren't. They felt amazing, and I pushed through, and I broke my current record at the time. The significance really was, though, that I did it with all that hard training in my legs. So I knew this product had really helped me with my recovery from hard training. And then at the time, I was involved with one of the best triathletes in the world, Dirk Bockel. And I got him on the product. And I remember him telling me after winning the half Ironman of Louisiana, he said, that night he was walking around. He didn't feel as sore as he normally does. He was like, this is just not normal for me. And he went on to have his best 4 years of his racing career with Pro Tandem, and primarily because it helped him stay healthy. It helped him recover better. This is an indirect performance booster, right? Because this isn't a product for necessarily sport, but as an athlete, we produce a lot more oxidative stress or free radical damage than the average person because we push ourselves more. And this product reduces that stress by 40%, which is unheard of. So it makes sense that an athlete would have really great benefit from this. So once I had those results, I started telling people like Gary Stern. And Gary Stern, he saw the studies. He's a pharmaceutical rep, one of the top reps in the country at that time with his company. He saw the science, top cyclist as well, 5-time state champion. I coached him. I piqued his interest on Pro Tandem. He started taking it. He also had great results with his recovery. And from there, really started to build my belief around what this product could do. Now, since then, I've been on the product 5 years, and I'm still a huge believer, and I'll never stop taking Pro Tandem. It really is something amazing because as an athlete, we do put our body through a lot more than the average person. And sometimes it really isn't healthy for you as how hard we push ourselves. I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more about that from Nick. So just let me fast forward a little bit and talk a bit about how this whole journey has evolved for me. So starting out just purely about a product that I had no idea that there really was a business side. And then when I did get involved, I thought it was going to be something where I'd earn $20, $30 a month on a product I believed in with my clients, but had no interest in telling people about a business opportunity. But what happened was, once I started to open my mind to the other piece of partnering with a publicly traded company, then I started to gain more confidence in actually sharing as not only the product benefits, but also the opportunity to have your own little mini franchise and have exclusive rights to distribute this product. Now, if I hadn't kept an open mind 5 years ago, I would be in trouble today, because last year we had our record year with Gourmet Cycling Travel, my bike tour business, right? Well, we all know what happened in France and in Belgium the last few months, right? Terrorist attacks in Belgium and France, horrible, right? So guess what? A lot of people don't want to travel anymore. They don't want to go to France. They don't want to go to Europe. They're scared. So after having a record year last year, this year is turning out to be an incredibly bad year. Very bad. In fact, I hope we even make money. I don't think we will. But here's the thing. If I hadn't kept an open mind 5 years ago, if I hadn't started telling people about this, if I hadn't started building this residual income with this company all the way to a Pro 7 level where my business does over $1 million in sales a year, if I hadn't done this on the side while I still did my regular businesses, I would be in really trouble today. We have I have a little baby on the way in a month or two. And I would be very, very stressed right now. But because of LifeVantage, because of residual income, because of these amazing products, I don't have to stress like I would normally have to stress about this situation. So those of you on the line, if you really wrap your mind around the power of this product, the fact that it's patented, the fact that we have 18 peer-reviewed studies, we have top physicians behind this because of the level of research that we have. And if you wrap your mind around how everybody ultimately will need this product once they understand what it does, and you have exclusive rights to distribute it, then it really is a no-brainer. So from being just purely product oriented in the beginning, now it's really about the big picture, about sharing the opportunity as well to partner with this company. So Jessica, I don't know if you want me to address anything else, but I mean, we also have, one other product that I love. I'll just share quickly and then I'll hand it over to you. But we do have another product called Axio, which is a brain performance product that you can see it on the screen. And this is also Nrf2 activated. I heard that in testing in the company that the New Zealand pine bark was one of the most powerful Nrf2 activators that they tested. And this is a product really for brain performance. I take at least 2 or 3 of these a day. And what I love is that it's not like an energy drink where you have that crash, you have a lot of sugar and caffeine and chemicals, and it gives you a lot of energy, but then you start to feel wired and agitated, and you just don't feel good. With Axio, you mix it in water. There's no artificial coloring or sweeteners, non-GMO. It has a bunch of herbs in there that really help your mental focus and clarity. And when you take it, you feel super focused and energized for your workout or for your day. And then, there's no crash. You just feel good or normal again. You don't feel any different. And that's what I love about it. So this is another product I'm super passionate about. And as an athlete, this is an incredible product to get the most out of your workouts, to take this before training or even in training when you need that extra boost. So with that, Jessica, I'll turn that back over to you, but I appreciate you having me on this webinar and also everybody who's tuning in.
Pleasure's all ours, Simon. I could listen to your story day in and day out. Powerful, not only from a product standpoint in your recovery and your performance, but also from a business standpoint. I love the quote, "Fix the roof while the sun's still shining," and you have embodied that and are helping teach other people. So thanks so much for being on, Simon, national cycling champion from South Africa. Without further ado, our next featured guest is none other than the U.S. Olympic Games snowboarder. And in this picture here with Nick Baumgartner, I'm going to go back here to our first slide so you can get a feel for who this gentleman is, because not only is he a U.S. Olympic snowboarder, but he is an X Games gold and silver medalist. So an absolute rock star when it comes to athletics. Here's Nick at the bottom here. He also participated, some of you may not know, in motorsports. So from a dirt perspective, stadium, super truck series, and he can tell you a little bit more about that. But Nick, I've had the pleasure of meeting out in Salt Lake City. He's up north now and travels around the world. As you can imagine, being a professional athlete, his schedule is quite intense. So he's risen to some of the top ranks in our company as well, and is just an amazing athlete individual and continuing to rock it with our company. So Nick, unmute your line and the floor is yours. Excited to hear your story and your passion for this company and the products.
Hello. Thank you very much, Jessica. Super excited to be. Am I coming up on there?
You're on. Yep, you're on.
All right. So you guys, super excited to be here and kind of share my story with you guys. So I'm 34 years old. I'm an elite snowboarder. I've been a member of the U.S. snowboard team for the past 10, 11 years now. And competing is basically, it's been my life. And I know I kind of shared a little bit, but I'll go over it again for the people that weren't here. As I got into this sport and started to have my success, immediately the U.S. snowboard team really focuses on my transition out of sport to get me prepared for what I'm going to do outside of sport. And for me, this was a hard thing to grasp because all I had been doing is competing my whole life. And so they would ask me what my transition was going to be. And then I started truck racing. I started doing the truck racing. That was my transition. My transition was going to be do another sport. But now as I'm getting older, I need to start preparing for this future and what I'm going to do. So let me actually backpedal a little bit, go on a little of my highlights. I've been fortunate enough to represent the United States of America in the last 2 Olympics. Like Jessica said, I have an X Games gold, an X Games silver medal. I have multiple bronze medals at the World Championships. And I've had a super exciting career. I've gotten to do so much. My snowboard has taken me to 20 countries around the world. And I've been all over. I've competed, and I've gotten to do some pretty cool things. But I've completely ignored the idea of what I was going to do afterwards. And that kind of did scare me for a while. But, okay, so I'm getting all over the place, but that's kind of how I am. I do have a lot of energy. But so a couple years ago, in 2014, I started to see, I've had tons of success. I've been the number 1 most consistent snowboarder on my team since the day I got on this team. And in 2014, I started to see a different part of my career. As I started to get older, I started to see my results plateau. And for the people that have followed my career, it was pretty easy to see. 2014, I didn't have the results that I wanted. When I was out training in Park City, Utah, a sponsor of mine, a helmet camera company, came to me and said, listen, we need you to come and talk to this woman, Karen Walterson, a Pro 7 out of Park City, Utah. They said, you need to come and speak with this woman, and she has something for you that's going to help you with your recovery and help you perform like you used to. And I'm like, yeah, sure you are. Okay. But out of respect, I went there. And I sat down and I talked to her. And as a professional athlete, you guys, I've been approached by every company you could imagine in the health and wellness and the network marketing industry. They come to me. They've showed me everything. What Karen did was something that no one else did, and I'm a big data person. She came with data. She came with science, and she came with proof. Every time up until this point, I had people that would come to me and they would give me some opinions, but no one could give me proof. And what started off in my career, I had an unorthodox way of getting into this sport, and I kind of happened into it. And what I did at the beginning was I looked at the best athletes in my sport. And I looked at the guys that were winning. And I found the guys that were winning, and I said, okay, what are they using? I need to find out what's working. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I want to know what's working. So I looked at whether it be their boots. I looked at their boots. I said, what is the top rider wearing? Guy who just won the Olympics. He's wearing these boots. I bought those boots. What's this person doing? He's riding that board. I'm using that. The data was there. The proof was there. I only have so much time in my career, and I want to be as successful as possible. So I needed to do what I knew worked. And now I finally had someone come to me with proof, data, and science. And I didn't jump right on it, you guys. What I did was I was super nervous because as an Olympic athlete, I'm held to a different standard. There's drug screening. I have to notify people of where I'm going to be. I have to be accountable for 1 hour of every day where someone can come and drug test me. And I have an 11-year-old son, and it's very important for me to show him if I took a product and had a false positive or something go wrong, and my son went to school and someone said, your dad's cheating this. That's unacceptable for me. So what I've done my whole career is not supplement. And as I get older, I knew that there had to be something that I could use. And now I have the proof and the data of something that will work, but I'm afraid to take it. So I asked Karen, I said, all right, Karen, we need to go through some stuff. I had her go to the extent of bringing me to the corporate office, speaking with, I can't remember what his job title was, but the quality control officer. So he could explain to me what they do, where they get the product, how they house the product, how they manufacture the products, and how much they test the products. And let me tell you, you guys, I have never in my life seen a company to go to so many lengths to make sure the integrity of their product is there. And they have the two very high athlete certifications. They're NSF certified for sport and band control substance group safe. So when I found out all this information, I then took the plunge. And this was last season. At the end of last season, I started taking the product. And to give you guys kind of an idea and something that you can use to read and to judge my performances. Last year, I went to every World Cup race. I went to every single one, and I ended the season ranked 26th in the world. My worst world ranking ever. And I told you in the last 2 years, I kind of plateaued. And in 2014, when I realized that, the only thing that I knew to do was if you're not getting the results you want, you need to work harder. So I started running more, biking more, spending more time in the gym, doing more than I had ever done, expecting these big results to come last season. It blew me away when I found out that the exact opposite happened. This is the first time that I did that. I put all this work in, and now I'm getting worse results and worse results. And then I start to figure out, you know what? I have to train so much harder as an aging athlete to keep up with the young guns in my sport that my body couldn't keep up between the workouts, between the travel schedule and all that. I couldn't keep up, and I was going the wrong way. So last year I went to every World Cup race, and I was ranked 26th in the world. I started taking this product at the end of last season. I did nothing different because I was told this was going to help with my recovery, and this was going to help with my performance. Do nothing different. Take this product and still bust your butt. So I did that. I worked so hard this winter or this past summer. I came into this season, and you guys, I skipped 2 races this year. One of them I skipped to go learn more about this product and this technology because I realized what it was doing for me. And I wanted to learn more about it. But I skipped 2 races, and this year I ended the season ranked 6th in the world at 34 years old. And I'm going to tell you guys, as an athlete, an aging athlete that wants to continue to do this for a long time, it was tough for me to hear people when they would ask me, how long are you going to do this, Nick? You're probably going to retire now, aren't you, after those 2 plateaued years? And I said, no, I want to go for 2 more Olympics. And they're like, come on, you need to be realistic. You need to be realistic. Well, now after they've seen these results, and I tell them now, I'm going to go to 2 more Olympics. You're going to see me represent the United States and South Korea and hopefully in China. And they believe me now because the results are back. You guys, I'm 34 years old, standing on the podium with 20 and 22-year-old kids. I'm not only standing on the podium, but I'm winning the whole shots and beating them in most of the races. So I'm back to how I was performing. And you guys, I am a full 100% believer that it is Nrf2 activation that has got me there, and it is Pro Tandem and Axio that have done it for me. Pro Tandem gets me with my recovery, and Axio helps me recover through my jet lag and all my schedule, keeps me even keel and going all the time. And you guys, with that mental focus and mental clarity, sometimes missing that podium, sometimes 15th and 10th compared to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, all it is right here. It has nothing to do with anything else but being in the game. And I've been so fortunate to find this and to be able to use this to better my career while I'm still in it. I've talked to a lot of athletes that found this after their careers, and I just wish they would have found it like I did before the end of my career. It has turned my career around, and I can't be more excited. And when I told you guys that I was always ignoring the conversation of my transition out of sport, well, now as I do get closer to the end of my career, I do have an ending point. I want to go to 2022, but I didn't know what I was going to do at that point. And I didn't want to finished my career of following my dream. Everyone's been watching me and been so excited for me. I've been able to chase my dream. When I'm done with this, I don't want to go back and start over in the world, in corporate America. Start over, go back to construction like I used to do. I don't want to do that. I want to have something bigger and something better. And that's what LifeVantage has provided for me. It allows me to find people that want to think like me, that want to say, why not me? Why can't we do this? That want to go out there and help better people's lives. You guys, the best part of being an athlete and doing what I'm doing is using my story to help others better their lives. And now I've found a way to help better people's lives and to get paid to do it. So this gives me an opportunity to continue to help others and do what I love to do and do it with amazing people. And I couldn't be more excited about my future. I'm up here in Michigan and we're building an unbelievable team. And you're going to hear a lot about us and my team. And you guys, unbelievable, super excited. Jessica, thank you so much for having me on here. You guys are unbelievable. Simon, great to hear about that. And you guys, you heard him talk about his child. I got an 11-year-old boy, and he's the reason I've done everything that I do. He's the reason I'm going to do everything. He's the reason I said yes to this business, and he's the reason I will be one of the most successful people in this company. So with that, you guys, thank you. Nick Baumgartner from Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Woo! Go Northern Michigan. Nick, thanks so much for being on. Your story is so powerful. And guys, if you aren't inspired to get out and share this with folks, I don't know what will, because Nick is a powerful speaker and an incredible athlete. Nick, we're so blessed and grateful to have you in our company and in our team. You're an absolute rock star, and look forward to continuing to follow you guys. He has an awesome page on Facebook. If you haven't followed Nick or Simon, they're both on Facebook and social media. You can catch up with them as they speed through life and rock this business together. So thanks again, guys, for being on. Just a couple quick highlights to wrap this meeting up. Thank you all for being on here and putting up with a little bit of shenanigans from me in the beginning. But a couple things to highlight here is, Nick and Simon touched a little bit on this too. And whenever you look at an opportunity, no matter what it is, if it's sports, if it's business, if in life, make sure that the 6 things check off. And we've covered the product, we've covered the timing, we've covered some of the trends. The company was a key one too. And being a publicly traded company, traded on the NASDAQ, is absolutely fantastic. We are a ridiculously transparent company. And a couple of highlights from that shows in our product, because we have a product that is backed by science. It's approved by the BSCG, which was an important thing for both Simon, Gary, Nick, a lot of us athletes who wanted to make sure that if we got drug tested, that it would be safe. And so being approved by the NCAA, the National Science Foundation, is absolutely key. So the RSL, the Real Salt Lake Pro Soccer team, is also on Pro Tandem. They have a Real Salt Lake Science Lab over in Salt Lake City. So all the players are tested. They've all been on our products, and they're one of the top sports teams. And as you can see from this picture, we are one of the only companies that are on the fronts of the jerseys on soccer, and they allow the company's name and logo to be on the fronts of jerseys, which is key. So we're on FIFA 2016, on the Xbox. So it's like free marketing, branding for our company. So when you're sharing this with individuals, it's really awesome to have an incredible, reputable team, as well as athletes like Nick and Simon, that just provide validity with not only the product, but with the business opportunity that we have. So the company is key, being transparent. And as you can see, we are growing fast. We're on track to be $1 billion company. So figure out where you want to be when you take advantage of that. We've covered a lot about the products. We have the inside out, outside in approach to your health. And what's key about the products is you want to be a part of a company that has unique, consumable, and category creating products that everybody who breathes oxygen needs. I'm a marathon runner. Nick's a world-class snowboarder. Simon's an elite national cycling champion. So obviously we're pumping through more oxygen than the average person. But not only that, people with diseases and illnesses, the root cause of all of that is oxidative stress. And so the products are absolutely key, slowing aging from the inside out. Because face it, guys, who wants to speed up aging? So having patents is key. And then the next key is Protan, and we've talked a lot about this. And this is our flagship product, my absolute favorite product. Not only is this category creating, consumable, and affordable, but you could build a multi-million-dollar business on this product alone, because it is the only product that's based on activating versus supplementing. And when we found this, we got so excited. $40 a month is affordable for people, and it's changing people's lives, and that ripple effect goes so far. So a little bit more about the product. You guys saw this. True Science is the outside approach to your skin, slowing aging on your skin, which is our largest organ. Canine Health. We're going to just briefly cover these products because the main gist of this presentation was to highlight these two athletes and get back with the person that shared these products with you, and this opportunity, because they have all the tools and information and resources to connect you with whatever you're excited about. We just did a Canine Health webinar a couple weeks ago, and people treat their pets sometimes better than themselves, so we love having Pro Tandem for your canines. Axio, one of Simon's favorite products. I am an Axio addict. This stuff is amazing. It's delicious and nutritious. It's optimizing brain function. It has a unique product that is called DMAE inside, helps you with ADHD, the spectrum disorder. But Axio is amazing to balance your mood and provide mental clarity, focus, and alertness. So Axio is incredible for those individuals looking to have better health and also mental focus and clarity. Physique is one of our newer lines, and it's smart weight management. We're a wellness-based company, and a lot of people are like, what are these different products? What is awesome about LifeVantage is that we are a company based on phytonutrients, which are plants. And Physique is an amazing product line. Everybody's concerned about weight, so that's not necessarily a weight loss. No matter who you are. I know Nick, myself, Simon, we all take these products and use the protein because they're amazing ways to fuel your body with key nutrients and help optimize your weight and find what's best for you. Because if you're an athlete, these are amazing, but if you have a body, you're an athlete. So treat your body as such and fuel it from the inside out. So it comes with a protein, probiotic, a fat burn, and a cleanse. So I use all four, but no matter what you're looking for, it's a unique product bag to get yourself on track. Trends in the industry. Women who are watching this, if you're a woman and you're an athlete, double-edged sword. But the trends in this business are key. Having a plan B. Simon talked about what would have happened if they didn't have this and have started this 5 years ago. So do something today that will help your future self. Nick talked about having residual income that's willable for his 11-year-old son. This is an amazing, viable business opportunity to set yourself up for success in the long run. I love the piece. Obviously, Nick does too. Being on the podium is key. Simon as well. Who doesn't want to win a national championship title? And being first in a company is also key. And as you can see at the blue dot on the bottom, timing is key. We are some of the first individuals to know about this company. We're 6.5 years in, so we're past the make it or break it stage, and we are poised for momentum. So no matter what your decision is tonight, make sure that you thank the person that shared this with you, because it's like knowing about Microsoft and Apple before they became a household name. To land on the final piece, the compensation plan is key. I told you guys I used to be in the pharmaceutical industry, and they paid me what they told me I was worth. I didn't get to choose that. And in this business, you get paid 6 ways. I won't go into detail on here because there's some amazing videos that explain this, and we want to wrap up here in a timely fashion. But just know you get paid 2 ways weekly, 6 ways altogether, 4 ways monthly. And you're paid on what you're worth. Our company was just awarded by the DSA, which is the District Selling Association, that we were the top company with the top comp plan. And so paying people what they're worth is absolutely amazing. Why I love this business is kind of why Nick and I work closely together, because not only are we not on the same team, we're in the same company. So we share in total global revenue. We're now in 10 countries. So the more Nick and I help each other grow, the more our company grows. Simon and I are in the same team, but we want to help everybody succeed. So the cool thing about this company is that if you're part of LifeVantage, you're part of life from a new vantage point, and you're part of a system and a culture of people that truly care about your success. So we want to help you succeed. And the more successful you are, the more people are getting healthy, the more people are getting paid, and the better the world is. So we're all about bettering the world and making it a better place. We're going to end on this slide. This is our earning claim statement. And this is key because we are a publicly traded company. So you can go to lifevantage.com, and at the far bottom right corner, you can find this residual earning claim statement. And this is based on the quarter from September 1st, 2014 through August 31st, 2015. And it shows on the third column the monthly average and what you can expect on average to get paid. Now, if you're a rock star like Simon or Nick, you're probably going to be more near the monthly max side. But what is really neat is that if you look on the averages, it doubles per rank. So in 2014, when I started to take this business seriously, I was able to promote 27 people in 1 month in my business. While people were getting laid off in other industries, the Network Marketing District Sales Association was booming. So, going from the Pro 1, 2, 3 ranks to the Premier ranks, and really just taking those steps in your business and growing to become an elite distributor, whatever your goals are. If your goal is to make an extra $100 a month, $1,000 a month, or $10,000 a month, we have a viable plan and a system to help you do that. So plug in with the system, get back with the person that shared this with you. Because most of the people that are in this company have only done it. This is their first run. They've never done it before. I know Nick, myself, and Simon, we were not professional network marketers before LifeVantage. So no matter who you are, we have orthopedic surgeons, we have lawn care folks, we have single moms, we have incredible teachers, lawyers, doctors, scientists that are part of this company. So no matter who you are, if you have a hard work ethic, if you have a burning desire for change, and if you care about your health, you can do this business. We're locking arms with amazing people, and we would love to have you part of our team if you match that criteria. We also have social media apps and different packs to decide what you want to do. You get to decide how you want to join our company and what your investment level is going to be and where you want to take this. Depending on what your goals are, we have products and packages that can be catered to you and exactly what you want out of your life. Guys, we'll end on this. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity, and there's never been a more real statement. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't started this 4.5 years ago. So, I thank the person that shared this with me every day. Gary, you're a rock star. I know you're on this webinar. But guys, if you don't take risks, you will always work for someone who does. I like to say I'm psychologically unemployable now, and feel free to borrow and share that one. But figure out what your passion and purpose is in life and then run towards it. We have an amazing team, an amazing system, a company that is locking arms to shine and help you achieve all that you were created to. Thank you for joining us. Feel free to take down our emails. Karen Walterson is doing a live Zoom webinar tomorrow. So if you missed tonight, if